It's the Flying RuNR. Run far, run free. Host the 7 stars, inclusive as can be. It's the Flying RuNR for you and me.
Get started. Hey there, everyone. It's Tony here, and welcome to this bonus episode of the Flying RuNR podcast. And it's a bonus episode because we don't normally get this gentleman on the same time zone. And at the moment, he is in Australia. It's our UK correspondent, as we fondly call him. He gives us feedback, he gives us commentary, and it's a real pleasure. It's Mark Reeves, isn't it? Reeves is your last name?
Yep.
Or you can find him on the Instagram handle of Why You Run Fast, I think is, if from memory. So, Mark, welcome to the Flying RuNR podcast. How are you?
No, brilliant. No, thanks for having me. Obviously, I've followed you guys for a while now. So, yeah, it's I've been leaving me comments and obviously seeing the nice comments to you guys, giving the shout outs on the show. So, no, it's really nice to actually finally chat in person and, let's get to meet you guys. I'm looking forward to obviously seeing Luch at Sydney as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I think she's going to be on guard for anyone with an English accent, she was telling me. So, so it'll be interesting. So you're currently in Adelaide, but you head to Sydney tomorrow, right? So you're here for the marathon. What brings an Englishman halfway around the world to run the Sydney Marathon? What was the compelling thing for yourself?
Well, a few things really. So my missus, her sister lives in Adelaide, so we was always planning to come at some point and meet our new nephew. He was born in May, so we had to come and see him at some point. And what better reason to, mix the two and team it up with the Sydney Marathon as well. I've done 2 majors already, so I thought, why not go and get the third one? Entered the ballot, got him through the ballot, and thought, let's team up the trip. I'm being a little bit selfish, taking the trip out and making sure it's on my terms, doing the running. But get to see her family at the same time. So mix the two together.
That's awesome. And it's good that with ballots, it's all about timing. You get in while the major's young, isn't it? So you don't wait until they've amassed 1 million ballots like we do with the London Marathon. So get in early.
You guys joke, and I'm the same. I enter every year and I bequeath my entry. So this year I'm going to get me rejection vest in November time. So every year I get something.
Someone could probably make some money out of a rejection, a T-shirt or something. So that'd be interesting. So, Mark, tell us a little bit about your story. What got you into running? Because you do a lot. Like every weekend, it seems like you're either running a medal or you're out there doing triathlon. So where did it all start with you?
So it was funny because you mentioned the other week about referee fitness tests. I think Tim talked about it on one of the episodes. So I've always refereed football, grassroots, and then into the semi-professional game. So I was always quite active as a kid. I played football, and then it was 2019 really. I did my first 10K event, went pretty well, enjoyed it. Thought, this is a good sport to get into. Everyone was friendly. I think that was the main thing that I took away from running. Everyone's super friendly, everyone's welcoming. And then from there, it just, you go, I'm never going to do a half marathon, then you do a half marathon. I'm never going to do a full marathon, then you do a full marathon. And then I've done a few of them now, and then you go, right, okay, I'm going to do a major. So you do a major, and you're like, right, okay, this is getting bigger. And then I did the Great North Run, which is the biggest half marathon, and you go, right, okay. And then before you know it, I did an ultra this year, and then I've learned to swim over the last year and started doing triathlon and done a half Ironman distance again on Father's Day not long ago. So so it just escalates. It's like anything, it just snowballs. You start doing something a little bit and you think, oh, this is all right, and then before you know it, you're doing stupid things all the time.
Well, you're doing it with a smile on your face, and that's the important part. So Great Northern Run, I hear about that all the time. I'm a big fan of the 40 Runs podcast, right? So I'm always listening about the fun that they get up to at the Great Northern Run, and that's sort of on one of my bucket lists. That one day I want to get out there and just experience that. 60,000 runners or something, isn't it, at that particular
Yeah,
one?
it's huge, huge. And I tell you what, it's yeah. If you want a PB, don't go. If you want to enjoy the experience, there's nothing like the Geordies. I mean, I'm Manchester based, so I'll say we're the greatest city on earth, but they're close second. They look after you. They're so good. You get
Yeah.
everything on course, whether it's ice pops, jelly babies. I think it's mile 11 where they give you the beer. So yeah, they're trying to give you a pint
Okay.
as well. The Geordies are just super friendly, brilliant people. Yeah, brilliant people.
Sounds awesome. And there's an Elvis on course or something there,
Yeah,
apparently.
Elvis. Yeah, Elvis. There's everything on course. There's all the cheer spots. It's big for charity as well. So there's cheer points all across the course. It's well supported. It's just a super, super event. Brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah, obviously,
Excellent.
and Mo Farah won it for however many years in a row. So it attracts some big names as well. So yeah, it's just a super, super race, super weekend. Yeah, brilliant event, and
Eh,
I look forward to you getting over here, Tony, and doing it because you're gonna love it. You'd love it, seriously.
Yeah, I seriously would. I'm looking forward to the Manchester next year, Manchester Marathon in April. So really hanging out for that. And I've got a bit of a plan. As you know, I've had a dodgy knee all this year. So hopefully by December I can get back into some training because I'm looking forward to that. Finishing up in Old Trafford, don't we? At that race?
Right, so over the last year or two, they've changed it. So you used to
Oh,
start at the cricket ground, and then or up you go up on near Old Trafford, and you finish in front of the cricket ground. So you'd start and finish in roughly the same place. Now you
yeah.
finish pretty much in the centre of Manchester on Oxford Road, outside the main
Oh,
university. So you're more in a city centre finish, so that you can get in there afterwards. And I mean, I'm sure the council have got something to do with it to try and get you to spend more money in the city centre because people would finish outside the town and then they just
yeah.
get off home. So finishing you in the
Okay.
city centre obviously it's better for the economy and it's better for the race experience. Really, it's you're more in touch and distance of everything that you need, so it's probably
Yeah.
not a bad change.
Yeah, I think we're staying close. I've forgotten the name of the hotel that Sharon's booked, but I think we're staying close to the city centre. So looking forward to that. And then, of course, I've got Cape Town in May then. So
Amazing.
I've got to be right. I've got to be right. So you mentioned you've done three majors. So, well, with Sydney will be your third. What are the other two?
I started in 2023 with Berlin.
Okay.
Ran
That's the
well,
year we
enjoyed
ran
it.
it.
Yeah, do you know what? You said that, and I was like, yeah. Obviously, at the time, didn't know who you guys were, but there's a lot of people on course. But
Yeah.
yeah, it would have been nice if we'd have crossed paths then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed Berlin, but I don't know. It was a weird one for me because I don't know. I kind of felt pretty lonely on course because it was so big, and I
Yeah.
obviously I'd done the Great North Run before, but I don't know. It didn't feel like it had the warmth to me. Berlin. I mean, it had the German
Okay.
engineering. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't feel like it had that warmth. I don't. Yeah, I can't really probably explain what I mean, but yeah, it just didn't feel that tight knit. It was just come get the race done. At the end, it was
Mm,
how quick can we get you out, and then it was job done type thing. Whereas
yeah.
London was a little bit different. I felt like there was more of a friendly atmosphere. Yeah, it was just different. So I'm hoping to see what Sydney's going to bring in terms of that warmth and that energy and that, like I say, make you feel more part of the event. Whereas I don't know at Berlin, I just felt like just a number. You were in, get your job done, and get out, and how quick can we get you moving type thing. So yeah,
Yeah, very polite the crowds were in Berlin, from what I
yeah,
can recall, but London it just goes off, right? So the minute
chaos.
you get into the Cutty Sark area, it's just people everywhere, and the crowds are huge. And then you just don't seem to lose them. So it's just an incredible event, London, and it's something that I'd love to run again at some stage, but we'd probably have to go with our company that we use for our sports travel because I don't think I'm ever getting in on that lottery thing. So let's talk a little bit about Sydney and do you have any worries about what you're going to confront on Sunday?
No, I mean for me, I've been carrying a bit of an injury over the last few weeks. I've had a trapped nerve, so it's been interesting because I can run during. if like when I'm out running, no problem. But afterwards, it leaves me a little bit crippled. So yeah, I'm just more worried about managing that on the day. I mean, I've done all my research. I've researched the course to within an inch of its life type thing. Like I know, don't start too fast because that's going to kill you later on. I know it's up and down. I mean, but I like my hills anyway, so I'll be okay when it comes to that. That's where I start to come into my own and move past people. So I don't mind a hill, and it's easier with a trap nerve going uphill, coming downhill with the impact.
Yeah.
That's harder. So the finish is going to be a problem for me. I think that last 2K, and I'm already going to be in a world of pain probably. So the last 2K I might struggle. It might be a walk down the hill, but going up the hill should be fine. But yeah,
Yeah.
just really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay. That's yeah, Sydney's an amazing course, but there are some really soul searching areas. Like I mentioned on the other podcast, the Anzac Parade is just relentless if you haven't prepared for it mentally or if you're not in a good position. And then Centennial Park can feel quite lonely as well. I always keep saying that Sydney needs to put on some bands in Centennial Park to at least bring the crowds in to give us a cheer as we run through. But the course is amazing. You're going to love finishing at the Opera House, and even the start at North Sydney is quite. Tim talks about it as being really quite corporate. I actually found it quite warm. So there were people on the streets when we took off, but they're still getting used to the fact that they've got this thing called a major marathon in their city. I expect now. One thing I'm gonna guess from based on a recent social media post of yours is that you weren't sure that it was gonna you weren't aware that it was gonna start as early as what it does, right? Is so what time do you need to get there at the start line?
Mine's 5:20, I think, something like that. It's like it's early. Like normally when I'm doing marathons, it's like you'll have a. I think the earliest start I've had before is about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So like
Yeah.
this is starting just after 6, and you're like, all right, okay, this will be a bit different. So yeah, I've packed me an old top and then some old trackies, so I've done my preparation in that respect,
Yeah.
making sure I'm going to stay warm because one thing, even for a redhead, I love the sun. I really love the sun. I hate being cold, so I love being
Yeah.
warm. So yeah, I'll be wrapped up warm, nice and toasty beforehand, and then yeah, as soon as the whistle goes or however it starts, the gun, I'll undress them. But yeah, I'm going to be staying nice and toasty and huddled in
Yeah.
like a penguin. Yeah,
So whereabouts are you staying in Sydney? Close to the start or finish, or you're out in the
closer
suburbs?
to the start. So it's 13 minutes. I had a look yesterday. It's 13 minutes by taxi. But if I went
Yeah.
and got public transport, it's like an hour because we've got to come in and then down and then back out. But if we go round, it's like 30 minutes. What is it called? It's like, yeah, North Sydney side anyway. But yeah, it's literally
Okay.
like a short trip to the start. So it's nice and local. It's a good location, really. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome.
good
Awesome.
links, good networks. So yeah, should be good.
Yeah. And looking at some of the footage today from the expo, it looks like there was quite a bit of a log pile of the crowd coming in first day, and that's all these people that say get there early. I think does people a disservice because we end up seeing crowds and crowds and crowds of people just trying to get their bibs and get out. So, but it still looks all right. I was just about to jump on a video and which was doing a walkthrough of the expo. So just to feed that fear of missing out, which I've got incredibly. So, are
Yeah,
you?
no, definitely. I'm worried about missing out on a jacket. That's the one thing after last year. But I've seen the stock. I was watching a video yesterday where they were stocking up all the stands, and you go, okay, there's loads of stock there. Just hoping
Yeah,
that Thursday it just don't get absolutely decimated because I'm getting there Friday, and then literally as soon as we get off the plane, we're getting to our accommodation, dropping the bags, and then I'm going to let the family, they're going to crack on into the centre and I'm going to go solo because Laura's not really keen on going around the expo. She's like, how many shoes do you need to buy? So my shoes are like Lucia's socks. Everywhere I go, I'm buying a pair of shoes. So yeah. So I've left some room
um,
in my case. Don't worry. I can take a pair of shoes on with me. That's fine.
Yeah, the jackets look smick. I reckon the whole merch this year looks outstanding. So, yeah, good luck to everyone that can get a piece of that. I think it's awesome. So are you looking for a time on Sunday, or are you just looking to get out there and get it done?
I mean, we all say we're not going for a time, don't we? But secretly, like, I do have ambitions. I mean, I've run my last two majors, so I ran Berlin in 3:24 and I ran London in 3:25. I've got a PB of 3:10, so I'm a decent runner. Don't get me wrong, like I'm
Yeah.
okay. But look, I did part running 24 minutes on at the weekend, and I felt a little bit tight afterwards. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to go out around 5:30 pace, and if I can go sub four, that I'd be really happy with that. I'd bite your hand off now if you offered me that,
Okay.
given where I'm at the moment. So yeah, you've got to taper your expectations, but 10K in, you start feeling good, and then you start chasing it. Anything can happen, don't it? You assess
Yeah.
mid race, but yeah, if you offered me sub 4 now, I'd take it, no problem. I'd be happy with
Yeah.
that.
And part of that opening stint of the marathon is, of course, you're going over the Harbour Bridge. So are you going to stop and take some selfies?
See, I'm rubbish at taking pictures. Laura goes mad at me because she takes pictures everywhere. She's brilliant. We look back and we've
Yeah.
got this scrapbook, and she's took all the pictures, and I've took nothing. So probably no is the answer. I'd like to think I would, but then once I'm in game mode,
Yeah.
I know it's going to be tough for me tomorrow on Sunday. I know it's going to be difficult in terms of my back, and I'm probably going to be in pain at some point. So I'm probably just going to grit my teeth and get in the zone and try and zone it all out. So yeah, might not be the best thing in terms of race experience for me at times, but yeah, I'm going to try and take as much as I can in. But yeah, I just know I've got an injury there, so it's good. I'm going to be in a bit of pain, which sensible people probably wouldn't run. But I've not come this far around the world not to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
So
that's the thing. It's a big investment, isn't it? So, I did some research when we ran New York in 2018. I think the finisher rate was something like 99.3%, right? So of starters finished. And when you think about it, the investment that people make to do New York, you're either waiting for years on the ballot, you got to do the 9+1 program with the New York Road Runners, or everyone's got to train for it, or you pay an exorbitant amount to go through a travel company. People don't want to waste that, right? So a 99.3%, I think it was the year I ran, was just phenomenal. I'd never seen that, um, but I hear so many stories of people getting injured around mile 21 or something at New York, and then they just get home and that whole mindset of just getting there is just such a big thing. And I've got no doubt that mindset's going to do you well if you do strike a bit of pain. But
yeah, I did my
320,
first ultra earlier this year, which I did 80 kilometers, which there were some tired points in there. And that's I mean, I'm always stealing your song. I can do hard things, and certainly I learned that day that I can do hard things. That taught me a lot about myself.
yeah.
So yeah,
All
I'm
right.
yeah. One second, I've been invaded by the baby.
No, that's all right. Well, I'm thinking that it's getting a little bit dark there anyway, Mark. So I might let you go. So this episode's going to pop out tomorrow. Sorry, on Saturday as a bonus episode. And then
Yeah,
if we can tee up our time, I'd love to get you back on our Monday night with Luch and Peter as we review what went down in Sydney. So if you're up for that, we're up for that. We'd love to
yeah,
get that
absolutely.
English accent telling us everything that went right and everything that went wrong in Sydney. So it'll be good.
Yeah, and do you know what? And that's what I say to anyone who's doing an event. Like, it's not going to be perfect during the marathon, and you guys say this all the time. You've got to adapt during the race, and I'm certainly going to have to adapt that during the race on Sunday. And I'll be taking your guys' advice. Like, it's not bad. I might have to walk at some point, get myself together, have a stretch off, do whatever. But it's all just about getting to the end. That's the main thing. And
Yeah.
yeah, like I say, I'll certainly be having you guys' heads in voices in my head saying, yeah, just take your time, do it right. Finish times, nope. Finish
Yeah,
lines, as Tara
yeah.
says. So yeah, you guys are going to help me get through it, I'm sure. But yeah, that's the aim. Just get to the end.
Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. Well, Mark, I wish you all the best for Sunday. I hope it's a nice, easy travel day tomorrow and you get to the expo. And I'm hoping you can catch up with Luch. It'd be good to see some of those photos out there on social media. But as you quite rightly said, you've got to get through Lucha's army first, don't you? So we'll see what that looks like.
Yeah, I might not get anywhere near her. She's popular.
Yeah, she might be. I love that. What was that comment? Your shoes are like Lucia's socks. So
That's it.
I'm going to remember that one. I think that's a classic. Anyway, I'm going to let you go for now, and hopefully we can check in again on Monday, do a bit of review. Good travel day, all the best, and I hope you enjoy Sydney, mate. It's good to have you on this part of the world.
Brilliant. No, I'm looking forward to it. I'll catch you on Monday, mate. Nice to speak to you.
No worries. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks for having me.
Teach the flying runner, run far, run free. Host the 7 stars, inclusive as can be.